Recorded. So today is going to be, I'm going to be honest, this is one of my more sophisticated ad strategies that I do with my clients. It's something that's super, super important. And it's something that I call the Hot 7 dynamic ad sequence. And the reason that I called it the Hot 7 is because how many of you guys have ever heard that it takes 6 or 7 exposures in order for people to make a decision or whether they are going to buy or even just hop on a call with you, right? I definitely want to make sure that, there you go, George. Yes, he says many times, let's make this as interactive as possible. Drop me comments, questions in the chat box. I will get to all questions. This is going to be an amazing lesson, guys. This literally is what no one else is showing you guys, not for, what was it, the $7.97 that you guys paid. And so let's look at an entire Facebook ad strategy with this 30,000 foot view. Okay. Now this right here, what you guys are looking at with the power content, the lead magnet, the call application, and then at the end, we have something that's called the Hot 7 strategy. Now, this is one of my favorite strategies to execute. Now, we learned the power content and we learned a simple retargeting strategy. We learned how to put our lead magnet together, including our landing page. Today, what we're going to do is we are going to now send retargeting traffic to people who are hitting our call application page, but they're not booking a call. Now, also, let me ask you this question. How would your business change if you were not only getting more calls every single month, but what if every single phone call you took were people that were literally eager to talk to you? They were eager for you to throw out that offer. They were eager to literally hand you money. Well, before a lot of my clients started implementing this strategy, and let me know in the chat box if this always happens to you, is you'll get people to fill out the call application, but then they ghost you. They either don't show up or they show up to the call. Even worse sometimes is when they show up to the call and they're like, wait, what was this call about? What are we going to be doing? Who are you again? A lot of times my clients were experiencing that. And so the more that I perfected my retargeting strategy, I was like, you know what? Based upon that idea that it takes 6 or 7 exposures in order for people to make a decision whether they're going to buy or even hop on a call. Because guys, at the end of the day, hopping on a call is a huge commitment, right? So many people got shiny objects everywhere. Time is so valuable to your ideal clients. And so we want to make sure that not only are they booking the call with you, but actually showing up. And so today what we're going to learn is the Hot 7 strategy right here that we're going to put together. And it consists of actually 8 posts because it's including 1 retargeting. But I'm going to show you guys what that looks like. And I'm going to take this really, really slow. And I do want to make sure that you guys ask questions because this can get a little, like I said, this is a very advanced strategy. Now, with that in mind, after the questions that I got from the audience building workshop and also my lead generation workshop, a lot of you guys were like, Laurel, here's the deal. I would really, really, really love to be in your 45-day program, but I'm just not really sure that I can, follow your program and push the buttons. Pushing the buttons absolutely scares me. And so today you guys are the very first to hear about this. I have a brand new program that I'm launching and I'm super freaking excited about because it actually came from questions over the last 2 workshops that we've done. And it's called my 30-day ad takeover program. And so basically I am literally going to take over your ad account and I am going to do all of the heavy lifting for you for 30 days. So you're doing what you do best. You're going to create the content. I'm going to push the buttons. I'm going to set up all your audiences. I'm going to do all the audience research. I'm literally going to service you just like you would be one of my agency clients. And so if any of you guys are interested in having me take over your ads account for 30 days, I will literally walk you guys through this entire strategy. I will hold your hand. I will help you do all of the content. I will put it all together inside your ad account. I will launch those ads. I will write your copy. I will get you started. That's going to give you that boost of confidence that, you know what? I can actually do this. And then of course you're going to learn how to manage and how to put everything together along the way. But this is just a way for me to accelerate, because there are so many people, even when they take my 45-day program, they just are still too scared to get started. And so this 30-day program is definitely going to accelerate so many of you guys who are scared to just push those buttons. Anyway, just wanted to throw that out there. But thank you guys for all of the feedback from these workshops, because if it wouldn't be for your feedback, I wouldn't have the data and I wouldn't have the suggestions to create badass programs that not only that I fall in love with, but the types of programs that you guys fall in love with, and the types of programs that are going to actually help you move forward, not continuously keep you stuck. So let's move on. The Hot 7 strategies. So we're talking 7 pieces of content that are going to bring people back to that book a call form. Okay. Now, if you're on this workshop and you don't have a call application, you can also use this for your core offer. Like, let's say you have like a $497 or a $997, program. You can treat the application page just as you would that. So basically, we're going to create a retargeting ad sequence that's going to bring people back, whether that's to that core offer or what most of us are here for is that application page. Okay. So the very first one in the sequence, right out of the gate. Okay. Now stay with me. Okay. We're going to talk about the ad, and we're also going to talk about the actual retargeting audience. Okay. So what we're going to do with days 1 through 3, we're going to have a 30-day follow-up with these people. So as soon as they're hitting, right, if we go back to this slide right here, once they're hitting that call application, you see those 2 top boxes, we are immediately going to send them a reminder video, because remember, if people aren't booking that call, it could be a number of reasons. We want to make sure that we're getting those people who maybe their kids came in screaming, maybe there's, an electrical outage. The husband came in, needed to grab the wife, or for whatever reason they didn't book that call. So let's take a look at the actual language that we use here. Now, one of the things I really want you guys to take note of is check out the language that we're going to use here, because most people, there's some type of objection as to why they didn't take a certain action. And so one of the common themes that you are going to see throughout this dynamic ad sequence is you're going to see that we're using language that's going to meet those common objections that people have from moving forward, whether that's to book a call or whether that's to enroll in one of your coaching programs. So the very first thing off the top, we're going to say, hey, wait, we saw that you started the process to book a strategy call, but something happened. Hey, I totally get it. You probably think this is just a tactic to sell you into a high dollar program, but I promise you this call will be different. What did we do there? We met that objection, right? How many of you guys, let me know in the chat. Let's get some chatty chat going in the chat box. Let me know how you're liking the training so far. And so one of the very first things that we want to do is we want to make sure that we are meeting those objections. What is one of the very first objections that you have whenever you see, let me know in the chat box, what is the very first thing that you think of whenever you see an ad and some guru is trying to get you to book a call? What is the very first thing that you think, right? What do you think is the first thought that comes to your head? If I book this call, what's going to happen, right? They're going to try to get you onto a high pressure sales call, right? Come on. We all know that exactly. I'm going to spend some money. That's a good one. Exactly. Most people already know that if they're hopping on a sales call, they are going to be high pressure sold to. I don't like to do that. I tell my clients not to not to definitely do that on the call. But what we want to make sure is, hey, let's meet that objection first thing. Hey, first thing we're doing is, hey, we saw that you went to book a call, but hey, something happened, and I bet you're skeptical. You think this is just a high pressure tactic to get you into a sales call. We're going to make you spend some money. Let's put them at ease. Let's meet them at the objection. You've got their ear. then they'll go ahead and read the rest of the ad. Okay. And then as John does this really, really well, he's going to say, I'm giving 30 minutes of my time to help identify obstacles that stand in your way. And we're going to create a plan with accountability to get the life you've always wanted. So John's a leadership coach. And so the first thing he did was he acknowledged, hey, I saw that you went to do this, but you didn't do it. Then he met that objection of them thinking that is just going to be a high pressure sales call. Okay. So this is going to be the very first ad coming out of the gate. We're going to do it on days 1 through 3. And we are going to create a custom audience of people who visited the application page and they didn't book a call in the last 3 days. Okay. So that's how you're going to set up that custom audience. Okay. Now, as we go through this, you're gonna start to see how we're setting this up, okay? So this ad is gonna be the one that they're gonna get in that first 3 days, okay? Now, in days 3 to 5, the very first thing that I like to do, they're hitting that retargeting ad. The last thing we wanna do is try to hard sell them again, right? So now we gotta send in some helpers, right? Best way to do that, testimonials. Now, don't forget, if you don't have any testimonials, I bet you have some really awesome case studies, and I'll explain case studies here in a little bit. I'll actually show you guys how I used one, because case studies do make up this strategy. But if you guys don't have any testimonials yet, just replace the testimonial with a case study or just some more strategy videos, which we'll get to in a minute as well. So days 3 to 5, we're creating a custom audience. Now, this custom audience right here that we're going to create is going to be just slightly different, okay? We're going to create this custom audience of people who have visited the application page and they haven't booked a call in 5 days. But we have to add an exclusion on there, and you guys will see that in Ads Manager. It gives you the ability to exclude. So we're going to choose people who visit application page, no booked call in the last 5 days, and you're going to tell it exclude the first 3 days, right? Because we don't want our people to get all of these ads at the same time. We want to do it in a sequential order over 30 days, okay? So in days 3 to 5, they're gonna get testimonial number 1. And again, if you notice, what am I doing in this? Even in the testimonial, one of the objections, and guys, this is really hard to believe, but even in my $7 coaching program, I have people that have objections, right? One of the objections that people don't want to be in my $7 coaching program is that they think that they don't have time. And so here I am pulling out a testimonial with Penny. Penny's one of my Rockstar students. And, you know, she was able to actually go on vacation and still do my program. So that is one of those things that I want to throw in this sequence because it is meeting an objection. It's giving someone a realistic result. We always want to be realistic. And this is something that recently that's really been brought to my attention. I've been working with an amazing man named Justin, and he has just this awesome program that helps you get testimonials. And he said something the other day in his training that really, really got me. And I was like, wow, I'm trying to go for like that big win when it comes to testimonials, right? Because I've got this one rock star, her name's Maria, and Maria, like literally within like the first week, she got 6 to 7, I can't remember, it was either 6 or 7 clients and like high ticket. And so she had a really good week. And so that was the testimonial that I was beating everyone over the head with. And he's like, that's good for Maria. He's like, but how many of your potential clients is that testimonial actually scaring away? And so it made me think. I was like, every time I see, you know, another coach and they're promising, you know, how to close 90K in like 30 days or how to close 100K in 90 days. I see all of these all the time. Those types of things actually kind of scare people off. And so in your testimonials, you don't have to have all of these like amazing, like big 6-figure wins, right? Like for instance, like right here, this small win, I'm not saying that Penny got X result, blah, blah, blah. What I'm saying is, hey, she was even being able to implement everything that was being taught while she was on vacation. It was a small win. It's realistic, okay? So that's going to be testimonial number 1 in days 3 to 5. In days 6 to 10, we're going to bring in one of our case studies. And this is absolutely one of my very favorite case studies. It's one of my first case studies that I ever did because and you're going to notice again, this ad is going to meet an objection. A lot of people have an objection that ads have to cost a fortune, that, running Facebook ads is going to, be thousands and thousands of dollars. And so this case study right here is a perfect example of a wedding photographer who, when he first started working with me, he literally handed me his last of his money, and he only had $5 a day to spend on ads. We literally got his wedding photography business out of debt with clients in 30 days with like $4 to spare. It was amazing. And so those things don't happen all the time, but the objection that I'm trying to meet here in this case study is that, hey, it's okay if you don't have a lot of money. Facebook ads don't have to cost a fortune. So as we're going through these today, and I, ask questions, that's why we do these workshops live, and I'm not just giving you guys these pre-recorded. I just really want you guys to take advantage. If you guys need help coming up, like, with case studies or testimonials, and we can talk it out. Okay. So definitely, put it in the chat box, raise your hand or whatever, and I'll be more than happy to talk through some of these with you, because super, super important. The reason that people are not buying, the reason that people are not hopping on phones with us is because they just, one, they don't think that they can do it. Two, they think everything has to cost a fortune. And three, they think that we're just all, scammers trying to just, get all this money from them. And so I really, really love this dynamic ad sequence, because it definitely gives you really much of an edge, right? Because like if we go back to this, let's see, if I scroll up one more, most people in the Facebook ads world, and you guys will see this, and maybe you've even tried to run Facebook ads this way, everything that we've done up until this Hot 7 strategy, that's all front end. That's not where you make your money. How many of you guys have ever heard that the fortune is in the follow-up? The fortune is in your list. The fortune is in the back end, right? All of your lead magnet and all of the call application, most people are just like tossing those leads aside. Like, people visited, but they didn't necessarily put their name and email in. And then people are just like going forward. They're not thinking. And one of the things that I really wanted you guys to do with all of these workshops that I'm laying out for you guys is like this strategy, right? All of these workshops are essentially putting this strategy that's in front of your face right now together. Okay. We did power content. We did those little retargeting videos. We did the lead magnet, right? And so today we're doing the Hot 7 strategy. Most people, when they think of Facebook ads, they think of an ad being ran to a lead magnet. They think of just an ad running to a call application page. So many people are just running that single ad, but there's no follow-up. And so today what we're working on is essentially your back end, right? Your follow-up. And so this Hot 7 strategy can run really nicely for those of you guys who have a really beautiful email sequence. You can actually make this ad sequence run parallel to your email sequence and have them work together, okay? This is where you're going to make your money. I'll say that one more time. This, guys, is where you're going to make your money. You're not making money with your lead magnet. You're not making money, just by sending people to the call page. The fortune is going to be in the follow-up. So I call it, good question. So he asked, you call it the Hot 7 because of the 7 pieces of content. I call it that because how gurus always say it takes 6 or 7 exposures before people make a decision on whether to buy or to invest anything, to make that small commitment. And so the Hot 7 strategy is based on those 7 touch points that have to happen before that buyer makes that decision. So that's why I call it the Hot 7. That was a really good question. So days 10 through 12, okay? So we're creating a custom audience of people who visited the application page. They didn't book a call in 12 days. Now, again, we have to exclude the first 10 days, right? We don't want all of these ads going out at the same time. And don't worry, I actually have a cheat sheet that you guys can have for this. I'm going to put that into the back office for you guys. I'll show you guys what that looks like in a minute. We'll go through this entire dynamic sequence. So this is the 4th one. And what this is basically your personal transformation. It's funny because I was having a talk with one of my clients the other day. man, and she just freaking nails all of her strategy videos. She's got some really awesome testimonials. People love her. And it's funny because I was working on her ads and my wife and we started talking, and my wife asks me, she says, "Hey, is so and so married? I never, see her, blah blah blah. She's got a child." And I was like, I looked at my wife, and this is a client that I've been working with for almost a year now, like one of my agency clients, and I said, I don't know. I was like, as a matter of fact, I don't really know much about her at all. And I don't even know what her story is, like how she got to where she is. And I was like, dang, I was like, that's the one thing that's missing in her Facebook ad strategy, is that personal transformation. And so when I showed her this Hot 7 dynamic sequence, I was like, hey, you're missing this one important part, the personal transformation. And so we put that personal transformation story, and she had a really good one too. And it just made all of the difference. That was the most engaging Facebook ad that we had ever put out for her. And so people often like forget, especially like sometimes I even forget too. Like, think about this, guys. Last year, I was still sitting at my 9 to 5. It's going to be, well, I had put in my notice the first week in December, but I finished out December for them. But last year at this time, I was like sitting where, a lot of you guys are right now. And I tend to forget that other people think that, oh, Laurel's always been, making money, with her Facebook ads business, right? No, last year at this time, I was doing Facebook ads for a large corporation and was doing my business on the side. I was getting my side, my business off the ground. And last year, it's been a year now, like a year ago, like to this month, I was able to walk away. And so people want to know those transformational stories. They want to know, hey, maybe, if I try this out for another 30, 60 days, I'm going to have my breakthrough. There's so many struggles. There's so many pain points. Shit, guys. Like I even go through stuff, right? We've been, we had a death in the family, and we've been traveling, and, even me, I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get everything done? And I freak out just like you guys do. I go through the whole motions, and, our people, our potential clients, they want to know that we're real. They want to know that, we are people that are just like them. We've been there, we understand, and we've got the pathway that's going to be able to actually help them get them where we are. Okay. So let me know in the chat, how are you guys enjoying the training? Any questions right now? Just throw them down there. We're going to continue going through this. This next one is actually one of the most beautiful ads that I love doing for my clients, and they're testimonial carousels. I saw Kat Howell do this probably about 2 years ago, and I was like, wow, because I had always saw like the photo carousels and stuff like that, but I had never really seen a video carousel done. And I was like, man, that's actually smart, because like you have all of these people that are, talking awesome about your product and your service, and you're just able to just scroll through all of these amazing success stories. And I was like, wow, what a way to build authority. And so I knew that whenever I was putting together this Dynamic 7, ad sequence, I knew that I had to put in a testimonial carousel, because they just work really, really well. And this is going to be days 13 through 17. And I will say, guys, this one right here, this testimonial carousel, is usually the thing that gets people to take that action. Most people don't even get past this in the dynamic ad sequence, because this is the moment where they either buy that low ticket product or they're hopping on a call. This is usually the sweet spot. And if you look at, it's days 13 through 17. So it is around that 2-week mark if you're doing this correctly. Okay. Days 17 through 21, we're going to throw in more teaching opportunities. This is going to be like your more strategic videos. You're going to give them another small win, and we're going to send them back to the call page. All of these are going to be retargeting back to that call page. All of them have, if you look at all of them, they all have calls to action. They're all going to have calls to action. Now, a lot of my clients, what they're doing in addition to sending people back to the call page, this is where some of my clients have their free plus shipping offers. We'll put it in the Hot 7. We'll use it mid-funnel. This is also, make note of this, this is also where we would put a webinar. Okay. I'm not putting a webinar at the top of the funnel. I'm putting a webinar mid-funnel in this sequence. I would probably put the webinar here, teaching opportunity number 1. That's probably where I would put it. Then we've got teaching opportunity number 2. And then in days 24 through 30, we are bringing them back to whether it's a masterclass, whether it is an application to book a call, whether it is a low ticket offer. In days 24 through 30, we are actually going to bring them back to that initial offer. I like to call it a power offer because that's like the first, if I scroll up and then go back to this, the call application, the ad that I do to get people to that call application is something that I like to call a power offer. And so in your power offer, this is when you are going to be able to invite them on the call. But on this call, you want to actually in the ad, like pre-frame the framework of what that call is going to look like and what your strategy is to get them from point A to point B. Nina's got a question in the chat box. Will we get the days breakdown? Absolutely. Check this out. So I have all of the PDFs from this presentation. Oh, I beat the clock with 4 minutes to spare. So I'm going to actually give you guys the slides to this, and also let me show you guys something else. I am also going to give you guys this handy dandy little cheat sheet. Let me grab it here on my side. There we go. So I'm actually going to give you guys, where'd my chat box go? There we go. I am actually going to give you guys this cheat sheet right here. So as you can see, when you're gonna go inside Ads Manager, you can literally copy and paste right here, like what you have right here. I actually built this a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, you know what, my students would probably love this breakdown because all they have to do is literally just copy and paste it. So I'll definitely throw that into the back office for you. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get my chat box back up and going. There we go. There we go. Cool. So as you can see, like we have all the days broken down and what type of content you need. So I'm actually gonna throw that in for you guys. So that is actually the presentation for tonight. Again, we have to always keep in mind, and this is something that I really want you guys to think about. Facebook advertising doesn't have to be this really scary thing. And one of my mentors actually mentioned something in his email. He really sends really, high value emails. And one thing that he said this morning was, marketing is just being human. And I really like that. I think I'm actually going to start saying that more often because my approach, as you guys know, is totally different than what so many people or the gurus are trying to scare you guys. Like this guru's trying to scare you into allowing them to either sell you some overpriced course or, they're trying to sell you into something. And the more that you and I learn how to be human and connect with people in a human way, and we're just saying Facebook, hey, I want to connect with this person in a human way. Here's $5. Go show them this piece of content. I see Nancy's comment in the chat box. She says, Facebook is not scary. Creating the content is. Yeah, creating content can be scary, but whether you're creating content or whether you're creating a lead magnet, whether you're creating, a video sales letter, think about this. What is that one thing that my ideal client needs right now? At this moment in time, what type of content, don't worry about the sell, but what type of content can I put in front of their face right now that's going to give them what they need to move forward and start taking the sales process out. Let's just focus on helping people solve problems. I promise. Like once you figure out how to help people solve problems, like there are going to be probably a handful of you guys that are watching this replay or that are on here tonight that are going to come to me and say, Laurel, I understand everything that you said tonight, but you know what? I don't have time to put all this stuff together. I would love to take you up on your 30-day, ads takeover program. You do all the heavy lifting, and you know what? I got it from there. There's going to be people. I'm not selling you guys information. You're not selling your audience information. You're selling your audience the experience of working with you. You're selling your audience the convenience of whatever it is that you're going to help them get further along in life, right? You're accelerating. You're giving them some type of accelerator. You're getting them to that next step. You're putting a product in their hand that's going to make their lives easier, right? Like Barb, she's got an amazing, she's got an amazing product that helps people, tell stories with their photos. She's literally giving people, memories that are going to last a lifetime, not just, things that, get put into a decorative scrapbook. She's teaching people how to tell stories with their photos. It's very, very valuable. What all of you guys have are very valuable things. Now, right now, when we leave this workshop, I want you guys to think about what type of 7 pieces of content can I put in front of my audience that's going to bring them back to my initial offer, but at the same time, how am I going to help them solve a problem? If that's with that application call, right? Or if it's with that core program, what can I put in front of my client's face right now that's going to help them get one step further along? So anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this training tonight. Like I said, it's a little sophisticated, but I think I broke it down into a simple way. Let me know. Was that easy to understand? Does anyone have any questions from tonight? Awesome. I love it. That's awesome. If you guys do have any questions, you guys have my email. You guys have, I see another one. So, okay, how do I log into the back office? It's in your email. And George, I saw that you asked the question. You're in my $7 group, so all you have to do is just go to the Facebook group and look for the announcement post, and that's where the link is to that sign. But let's see, Luigi, you should have gotten a series of emails from me that have the login, but if not, shoot me an email and I'll send you the link. All of these trainings, guys, just so that you guys know, they're all going to be in that back office. So you guys are going to have access to that. You guys get lifetime access, no worries. If you are in my $7 group, in my $7 coaching program, which all of you guys should be in my $7 coaching program if you're not, because it is the bomb diggity. I'll just say that. And yes, I just did say it, the bomb diggity. But if you guys are in my $7 program, all of the replays should pop up and you should see a tab that says the $1.97 workshop, Facebook ads workshop or something like that. But you have all the replays. Now we've got 2 more live workshops that are coming up. You guys should all have an email sitting in your inbox from 2 weeks ago that has all of the dates and the Zoom information. But as always, I'm going to send you guys reminders. So we're going to do one that is a retargeting strategy. So I'm basically going to break down some of my favorite retargeting videos. So we kind of did an overview of the dynamic ad sequence, but next time I'm actually going to show you guys my 5 different types of retargeting videos that I personally love and that I personally use. And then we are going to learn how to put together low ticket ads. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Hope that you guys have an amazing night. If any of you guys are interested in my 30-day ads takeover, if you're interested in me doing all of the heavy lifting, doing all your ads for you, and just handing it to you in like a pretty red bow, just like it was a Christmas present, let me know. There will be limited spots that I can do every single month. But I think that's going to be a nice little addition for those people who are like, they're learning how to do the ads, but you know what? They want me to accelerate and do it for them. And so that they can see how I'm doing their ads, and then they can learn that way. So we'll test that program and see if you guys are loving it as much as you guys love the 45-day. But anyway, you guys have an amazing night. Love every single one of you guys. And I will see you guys on the next workshop. You're very welcome. Very welcome.